It's that time again. Another year is now almost over, and so it's time to go over everything that has happened in the last 12 months and pick out the top best of the year. Here are the top 100 scary, strange, and unexplained paranormal videos of 2022. Enjoy.
A Twitch streamer was witness to a disturbing paranormal event live on camera.
I'm sorry guys, but the door there just opened. I'm gonna check out what happened there. I'm actually gonna put the camera so you can see if something happens. But the door just got opened.
Fitness streamer Reamer93 was in the middle of a workout routine when suddenly it happened. A door at the other end of the room suddenly opened, all by itself. The door was locked from the inside, with a bolt used to keep it shut, and only able to be opened from the inside. Despite this, it was opened.
Something really weird just happened. Ghost? Have no idea. Like, I'm gonna introduce this word so you like know what. But this place where I am right now is located near a funeral home, if you know what I mean. Like right next to me, on the other side, there is a funeral home, and that door, it had like that thing from opening from, like, it shouldn't, like, that door. I can't understand how it got opened, because I checked out, there was nobody out there, and the thing that it's on the floor stopping the door from opening, it was from inside, and I checked it out at the beginning. Like, it was there. So this is fucking weird. Just the fact that I'm near a funeral home makes it creepy, you know? Makes it really creepy.
We see him turn and look, telling viewers that something was wrong. He went over to check, but found nothing. There was no one there, and no way to explain why or how this had happened. Coming back to the stream, he joked, saying that if he gets murdered, then it was probably the ghost.
In this school after hours, the chairs of an empty classroom start going crazy and moving around all by themselves.
So check natin yung nakabahan ko guys. So yun guys, narinig mo yun? Check natin guys kung ano yung, so grabe yung balahibo ko guys. Check natin. So ayan yung pintuan na akong malabog. So check natin guys. Yun, narinig ko ngayon guys na naka-on yung ano, yan. Yun guys, so yung kita niyo yung mga bangko guys. Yan, walang tao dyan guys ha. Tapos yung electric fan sa itaas. Yan o, parang may kakaiba talaga dito guys. Yun, kita niyo. Yan guys, so yan guys, kita niyo. Kita nyo. So grabe yung so kailangan natin i-off yung ano. Grabe, nakakatakot dito guys, sobra. So check natin, pasukin natin guys para kita nyo yung send guys. Lord. Guys. So ito yung trabaho ko guys. Grabe. Sobrang nakakatakot guys. Grabe yung tindig ng balahibo ko. Sobra. So, yun. yan. Kita nyo naman guys yung yun guys, oh. Yan. Yan. Yan guys. Yan. So, try natin i-off yung ano. Kasi naka-on yan. Yan. Naka-on yan. So, try natin i-off natin yan. Grabe. Ano. Okay. Yan guys, oh. Kita niyo. Yan ang ano. Sabitan natin na off. So, dito. Ito pala. Yung switch guys. Yan wala na. So yan. Tingnan nyo. Grabe. Labas na guys. Kasi hindi ko kaya yung takot dito. So, yan lang guys. So yan guys. Kita kids.
Exploring a supposedly haunted school at night, a group are armed with only night vision cameras and some courage as they go in search of the paranormal. With that premise in mind, they shouldn't have been so surprised when they found what they were looking for.
入ろうかなと侵入しようかなと思います。いいね。
これさ、でもさ、鍵かかってない？
うん、分かってる。でもよくやってくれるよかな。あ、そうだ。
よくできんの？
任せろ。できるよ、なんかしらない。こうやって鍵を回して開く。あ、開いた。
おお。プロだね。
すごいね。
なんか言った？
何も言ってないでしょ。怖っ。あ、なんか怖いよ。あ、これ私たちの教室だ。え、ここだっけ？女の幽霊出るって噂あったよね。
あったあった。
なんで今それ言うの？
有川先生さ、頭おかしくなってさ、失踪したってよね。
そうそうそうそう、あったあった。
やめてやめて。入る。おお。
本当だな、森。これ私一番前だった。
暗いの？うん。
あ、ねえ、私絵描こうかな。
何描くの？
何描くの？
え、何描いたし？
一番得意なやつ。
一番得意。あ、じゃあヨーコの絵描く。
え？何これ？すっげえ。ちょっと
やばいよ、出ようよ。外なんかいたらどうする？
やばい。田中ちょっと行ってきてよ。
俺？
って言って。
なんかいる。ヨコ？こっち戻れ！おい！ヨコ！ヨコ！やばい！ヨコ！早く行こう！どうしよう！
Mysterious lady in white walks in darkness. The pair ventured into a temple graveyard at night. Whilst live streaming on their TikTok accounts for their audiences, they noticed a mysterious lady in white walking in the eerie darkness. In the video, one of the team members shines a torchlight down the gloomy aisle. The lady appears to walk with confidence whilst passing through the burial grounds. However, the crew had to chase the figure down before capturing it on camera. The video host noticed some sort of movement in the shadows and ran after this ghost, almost like a wild chase in the dark. He claims a ghost followed him home. He points in the video to a figure that can be seen a short distance outside his door. The pale white figure has long hair but no facial features at all. The man went on to say that he is a goat shepherd by profession and had just come back from searching for one of his goats from a nearby forest around 7 p.m. at night when he encountered this. Let's take a closer look. I'll leave the final determination to you if you choose to believe this one or not.
Pintu ni kata nak main. Main lah pintu ni. Main pintu. Main pintu, main tingkap. Main semua. Mak kau. Mana tu? Hei. Wah. Kau main pintu pula magip-magip ni Pintu ni kata nak main. Main lah pintu ni. Main pintu. Main pintu, main tingkap. Main semua. Mak kau.
A man thinks that he might have captured a couple of interdimensional creatures on his security camera. The video is very short, but it shows two semi-transparent figures go walking past. They appear from the distance and go walking past. The shapes of their bodies, the way they walk, and their general appearance are all strange.
Nothing in this place.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Take him! Take him!
I still haven't found nothing in this place.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Take him! Take him!
We get a first-person view of one guard leading the way, being followed by the other when it happens. Out of nowhere, an object goes flying across the room. Despite no one being around to touch it, it happens. After the first, another one gets tossed. We see that there was no one there, but it happened. How do we explain this? Seeing the paranormal phenomena, both react in terror and make a quick escape.
I still haven't found nothing in this place.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Take him! Take him!
I still haven't found nothing in this place.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Take him! Take him!
I'm all alone. I come out here to play my guitar because I can't sleep. So I look over here at this thing because I feel like it's freaking watching me. And I could have swore I seen it move. Oh, see, that's what I'm talking. That's that bullshit right there. Oh, hell no. I'm done with it. That thing's going in the dump right now. Well, I got something for that. Yeah, I got something for that right now. Hell no. So I couldn't sleep because I felt like something was watching me. You ever felt like that? I'm all alone. I come out here to play my guitar because I can't sleep. So I look over here at this thing because I feel like it's freaking watching me. And I could have swore I seen it move. Oh, see, that's what I'm talking.
There was a terror in a small-town neighborhood due to the appearance of a witch. Residents of the Colombian city of Cali managed to record the appearance of a mysterious woman who caused panic for the residents. I don't believe in witches, but they exist, one resident said, adding that for those who are still skeptical about these paranormal creatures, a strange black figure with a female form walking atop the roofs of the houses. Take her, boys, take her. Look, everyone, a witch. Look how she moves, some neighbors are heard saying while the supernatural figure continued to move across the roofs and terraces of the houses. It caught the attention of several residents of the neighborhood. Several young people seeing it even tried to go and catch it, but it hid and then flew away, leaving the neighbors stunned. Despite the creepiness of the story, there are those who claim that it was a scene put together by a content creator, who had planned the performance for another person with a black cloak to scare his neighbors. Watch the sequence and draw your own conclusions. Posted with the caption, "Co-worker caught this on camera on the side of his house. We're speechless." We see a bizarre humanoid creature go walking past. The movements are uncanny and terrifying since we don't know what that was. Based on the story given, even the people who recorded the clip have no idea what they caught. Some have said that it looks like a ghost, perhaps even a possible guardian angel on Earth. Others weren't so sure, saying that it might have simply been condensation on the camera lens. What do you think of this?
A couple in Missouri have been capturing the sequence of strange and unsettling ghostly happenings in their home for months. Each time the activity getting more and more intense as time passes. That was until physical contact started and this was captured. We see the man asleep on the couch, completely unaware to him. We see his shirt being tugged and pulled upwards by itself. He doesn't seem to notice it, but the entire paranormal event was all caught on camera.
When stuff like that kind of happens in front of you, it kind of throws you off, and it's like it's kind of like an adrenaline rush, to be honest. That one's probably one of the scariest things that's happened because I was actually touched and I didn't know. If it keeps up the way it's going or if it gets any stronger, we can't get anybody to get rid of it. My wife definitely wants to move.
A ghost attacked a man while setting the table and everything was recorded. The video that went viral on social networks shows how the specter made the subject fall while he was preparing to have dinner. The video shows how one of the chairs that was far from the table moves on its own. It was a sudden movement, apparently driven by a ghost, since there was no one else in the room. But it did not stop there. The specter seems to have forcibly grabbed the man's ankle, to the point of making him fall to the floor, just at the opposite end where the chair had moved. As seen in the footage, the impact took the man by surprise, who had no opportunity to hold onto the table or any other chair as he was totally unaware. Then the man appears to be pulled by the leg and dragged a few inches back and forth, wallowing for a few moments. Although everything can be seen very clearly and from the focus of the camera it is clear that there was no one else in the room. A ghost attacked a man while setting the table and everything was recorded. The video that went viral on social networks shows how the specter made the subject fall while he was preparing to have dinner. The video shows how one of the chairs that was far from the table moves on its own. It was a sudden movement, apparently driven by a ghost, since there was no one else in the room. But it did not stop there. The specter seems to have forcibly grabbed the man's ankle, to the point of making him fall to the floor, just at the opposite end where the chair had moved. As seen in the footage, the impact took the man by surprise, who had no opportunity to hold on to the table or any other chair as he was totally unaware. Then the man appears to be pulled by the leg and dragged a few inches back and forth, wallowing for a few moments. Although everything can be seen very clearly and from the focus of the camera it is clear that there was no one else in the room.
What is Baby Blue? The viral challenge to invoke the spirit of a baby. Challenges are the order of the day on social networks, but not all of them are as nice as some choreography with the trending songs. Many are calling this the Baby Blue Challenge, a ritual to invoke the spirit of a baby, as seen in some paranormal videos posted online. According to many who have tried the paranormal experience, the spirit of the creature will manifest itself when the person begins to feel the weight of a creature in their arms, as if it were a real baby. They say whoever makes the invocation will feel that the baby wants to touch them, and everything becomes more and more real. Toward the end of the ritual, the person must release it, otherwise the barrier will be broken, and a woman will come out of the barrier to attack whoever has the supposed Baby Blue in their arms.
Baby Blue se les manifiesta, observen detrás de las cortinas.
Baby Blue, Blue Baby, 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 Baby Blue, Blue Baby. ¡Ay, no! Espérate, Regina.
No, tienes que hacerla de nuevo.
No, mami, siento que me está, como que alguien me está agarrando la espalda. No hay nadie atrás de mí. Siento como que alguien me agarra la espalda, te lo juro. O sea, siento los... Ay, ay, ay. No puede ser, Regina.
Toca así.
Ay, papi. Hacer otra vez aire.
Several users have taken the risk to continue with this experience and have published the videos online. The woman in this video tried the ritual and showed what happened to the woman. After the invocation, the image of something appeared in the window behind her. As she told the person filming her, her arms began to itch and she was unable to throw the baby on the floor, as the legend requested she should have done. Some viewers claim to have felt the cries of the creature. Did you hear it?
1, 2, 3. Baby Blue, Blue Baby, 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 Baby Blue. ¿Qué pasó, Regina?
¿Ya le hiciste?
Ya terminé. Regina, no puedo mover los brazos.
Demon, tíralo rápido.
No puedo, Regina.
Rápido, tíralo, Demon, si no se va a perder.
Regina, no.
Demon, tíralo. ¡Tíralo!
Regina, me está dando mucha cosa.
Tíralo, Regina.
Using a specialized camera, they captured what might be spectral beings using infrared or some other kinds of spectrum device that is able to see things that the human eye can't. It appears to be the upper body or torso of a person. The figure seems to be looking out from around the corner, from behind the wall. This was truly unsettling when you look at it.
What the hell? What is that? What the
Paranormal activity in the park at night. The group of friends played in the square in the middle of the night when one of the swings began to move more than necessary without any explanation. In the footage, it is seen that one of the girls started to push the game, but the thing got out of control a few moments later. It is that the hammock began to move stronger and stronger instead of slowing down. We were playing in this square in Mendoza when suddenly this game began to move on its own, and it was 3 a.m., says the author of the video at the beginning of the recording, in which the girl is seen sitting in a chair-shaped swing. It began to move stronger and stronger. Does anyone know what square it is, or why this happened? Asked the user of the social network of the videos that is all the rage among adolescents. Thus, in the comments he began to receive dozens of comments that tried to answer the alleged paranormal event. Pay close attention to the woman on the sidewalk. She seems very out of place, both in appearance and the way she's behaving. The people around walking past don't seem to react to her, but the person recording tries to focus in on her. She seems to have the look of a mythological elf, with pointed ears and somewhat hunched over posture. Who or what is happening here? We need more answers.
Mira cómo le empujan. Mira, mira cómo le empujan a Juanco. Que ahí van con la china. Mira, ahí van con la china. Mira, mira. Eso es lo que la puso mal ahí. Eso es lo que ella la puso mal, hermano. Y esa cosa.
A pregnant influencer was attacked by a ghost who hit her against the wall. The woman showed how a poltergeist pushed her and her partner in the middle of the night. A well-known Ecuadorian influencer, known as China Nicole, was the victim of a tremendous attack by a ghost. Both she and her partner were hit by a poltergeist in the middle of the night, and as a result of the violence of the blow and the scare caused by the paranormal event, her pregnancy would have been endangered. The widely popular figure on Facebook was in her 6th month of pregnancy when she and her husband, Juan Sykes, another content creator, were attacked by a supernatural force as they went to sleep. In the video, the couple can be seen in a typical routine before going to bed. However, when the man decides to turn off the light and lie down next to his partner, he started the nightmare. From one moment to another and with great violence, the sheet that covered them flew away. It continued with a strong blow to Juan, who tried to get closer to pick up the sheet. But the worst moment occurred when the influencer tried to calm his wife, who out of her nerves managed to touch her belly to protect her daughter, but the ghost attacked her, who ended up hitting her against a wall. As the couple attempted to run from the room, things continued to move very violently. Even when they'd get to the living room, pictures and a chair began to fall. After China Nicole fainted, her husband managed to get her out of the house. Finally, the woman was hospitalized and both her life and that of her daughter are in danger. That's why her husband felt guilty about what happened because he had demon tattoos on his body.
Mira, el televisor, hermano. No encontraba las llaves, Juanca. Mira, ahí recién encuentro las llaves. O sea, es en toda la casa, hermano. Es toda la casa. Es toda la casa. Es toda la casa. Toda la casa. O sea, yo no ni siquiera pretendo que Juanca se lleve esas cosas, no, con la casa no.
No, Juanca no quiere regresar, Juanca no quiere regresar. Mira, mira. Uy, eso sigue, visto.
Sigue todo, sigue todo. Sigue todo, yo tampoco, sigue todo. Sigue todo, hermano, sigue todo.
Y ya salieron de la casa.
Sigue todo.
They recorded a ghost that moves the doors at the central hospital. It is clearly seen how in the middle of the night one of the doors begins to open, although there was no one behind it. In the background you can hear the patients swearing, totally terrified of what was happening. I never did night guards again. It happened to me and it's horrible, said the guard on duty. Go into 312. when at 2 in the morning they start opening the door and turning on the bathroom faucets, said another. While a third added, "My wife works at Central, and she can attest to that. Watch the sequences and draw your own conclusions."
Concha y la luna. Concha y la luna.
They recorded paranormal activity in a university. Students, teachers, and directors of the educational institution were shocked by a series of supernatural events that occurred in the building. In the first video, a chair located in the parking lot began to move on its own and slide as if it were being moved by a ghost.
No, hermano, no hay que ir más para allá atrás, loco. A vos que te gusta ir, no hay que ir más para allá atrás, loco.
Me mudé a la casa de Zihan con mi esposo y escucha, ¿podrías por favor llamar al casero un día y...
What would you have done if you saw this outside your door? The costume is very terrifying, and he knows it. The way he moves is creepy, not to mention all the bizarre twitches that he throws in for the camera. By the way, this video was not captured on Halloween night. There's something paranormal going on that they can't figure out. The couple hear a noise and go to find what caused it. They can't seem to find out, but she has an odd feeling near the mirror. Look closely and tell me if you see it. It's the reflection. Something is wrong there. Her reflection doesn't match her actions. This shouldn't be possible, right?
Haunted dolls never disappoint with their creepy factor. Some say all dolls are unsettling, be it the lifeless eyes that can appear to be looking directly into your soul, or the basic idea that you are looking at the miniature replica of a person goes too far into the uncanny valley. Either way, this case things are cranked up to 100 when you see what happens next. Things are normal at first, but then this happened. You weren't expecting it, but the doll's head suddenly jerks back. It was quickly tossed away. Were you scared? A couple feel like they're in paranormal activity after CCTV shows proof of afterlife. The pair set up CCTV cameras to check on their pets, and the footage appears to show a spectral figure with bouffant hair clad in a nightgown. The couple claim to be living in a real-life paranormal activity after capturing footage of what they say is a ghostly figure lurking right outside their bedroom door at night. They believe the figure in their hallway to be the restless spirit of a former tenant who had died in their home. After moving in 2 years ago, the pair chose to ignore warnings that the property was haunted by demonic entities and had always felt quite uncomfortable.
Look at the area in the background. Where did she disappear to? This is completely bizarre. 1 minute she was there, and gone the next. How do we explain this?
Let's hear this. See the legend on live news. See her. She disappeared. Clean. Live news. Is that live news? Wait,
He heard noises in the yard, went out, and found a very unhappy ghost. This took place in an abandoned house in Indonesia. It was being investigated by an expert in the paranormal. Curiosity forced him outside, and he ended up witnessing a paranormal event. It was after hearing noises in the courtyard of the abandoned house that he managed to capture a ghost. It all started when the protagonist of this paranormal sequence decided to enter an abandoned country house on the outskirts of the Southeast Asian archipelago, attracted by some strange moans. With his cell phone camera recording, he began to walk through the large uninhabited lot. It was upon reaching the patio that the light from his phone was able to see a kind of human figure dangling from a tree. He stated that he could also see a kind of aura on her, which finally made him leave the site totally terrified. Some think the capture was a kind of kuntilanak, a mythological creature found in Southeast Asia.
Would you still move into this house if you saw this? The couple are standing at the entrance and they don't notice it. There was someone or something standing behind them with an ominous smile. It appeared to peek out and quickly run back. It was as if it knew that it had been seen. This was just creepy.
She was just going about her business when this spooky occurrence happened. Look at the empty Snapple bottle on the counter. No one touches it, but then it bounces into the air, almost like someone picked it up and then suddenly let go. She notices it right away and turns around to look. Confused and unsure, she doesn't quite know what to think of this. Some are quick to say that it was definitely paranormal, others think that it could have a scientific explanation, perhaps thermal expansion?
Muhammad, Sayyidina Muhammad, astagfirullahaladzim. Allahu Akbar, astagfirullah, dia bau bang, belum mandi dah. Bang Darin, thank you. Dipolok aing sayang sama mereka ya.
A ghost appeared in a hospital, and a guard almost had a heart attack. The entity appeared in a wheelchair in the corridors of the care center and set off the alarms. Everything happened while one of the guards was doing a routine round. He ran into a wheelchair that moved completely on its own. As the video shows, before the security guard appeared on the scene, the chair appeared motionless in the upper right corner, looking to the left of the screen. But with him passing by, it began to move to the right, to the point where it was facing the lower end of that side. The guard was able to see this whole situation out of the corner of his eye, and when he noticed the movement, he became petrified. She lived the paranormal moment live on TV. A reality TV star assured that she felt a presence and alarmed her colleagues due to the alleged presence of a ghost.
Dale, boludo. Vos me tocaste, dale.
las dos manos.
Dale. Acá, en el hombro. Te lo juro por Dios. No.
It all happened when Romina decided to submit to one of TikTok's viral trends, which consists of closing her eyes and saying, "If you are here, touch my shoulder," invoking a spirit and nearby spirits to do just that. It was then, when her eyes were closed and Daniela, one of her companions, was leading her in the challenge, that Romina felt the presence. "Come on, man, you touched me," she said, jumping up from her chair. However, all her roommates denied touching her. Very scared and thinking that there was a paranormal presence in the house, she said that she felt that a presence had touched her shoulder while they were doing the challenge. Her roommates, who had seen everything that had happened, were surprised by her story.
Walking down the street in the middle of the night. The capture went viral on social media and shows the exact moment the specter bursts into the screen and then fades away. Specifically in this video, you can see the security footage of a home whose geographic location is not specified. Reviewing the tape, the homeowners were really surprised to see the very clear presence of a specter right in front of their house. If it is a ghost, he won't catch it, one is heard saying. But quite contrary, in the images you can see how a strange human-shaped figure suddenly bursts in from the left of the screen and begins to move down the street. Another of the witnesses was very surprised with what he could see. They commented, "Have you seen where it came from?" And in just a few seconds, you can see how the ghost fades from the screen without any human noticing its presence. Although many claim that it may be some digital editing trick, others do not doubt that it really is a spirit that appeared in place.
Ahí viene.
Sobre la cama no lo va a captar.
¿Has visto? Mira cómo se... ¿Has visto dónde ha salido? Caminando tranquilamente con brazos y piernas.
Félix tiene que salir de dudas.
Pasa así. Un fantasma. Mira, ahí viene.
Sobre la cama no lo va a captar.
¿Has visto? Mira cómo se... ¿Has visto dónde ha salido? Caminando.
Okay, so I was in my room, I just heard a loud ass fucking bang, and I know I have to record this so someone can believe me. Hello? What the fuck? That's my sister's dog. What the fuck?
That dude! Terrified, he captured footage of the lock on the door as it moves and almost seems to be opening by an unseen force. He debunked it, showing that there was no strings attached or anything else to explain this, but yet, what was going on here? Was this truly a case or paranormal activity?
Holy crap, did you see that? Crap. And there she goes.
A young man recorded the appearance of a ghost in a toll booth. The worker showed the strange events that occurred during his work shift. Sounds, whistling, and objects that move on their own were just some of the phenomena.
Esto no es un juego, que ahí siempre golpean 10 o 5 minutos y después se detienen. Conche tu madre, se acaba de mover el vaso, se acaba de mover ese lapicero, acaba de hacer un movimiento hacia allá.
He began recording around 4 in the morning. As the filming progressed, it sounded like someone was banging on the windows, but no one was actually inside. "Listen so that you can see this is not a game. He does it for 10 to 15 minutes and then it stops," he said. Then the alleged ghost was present within the space, more precisely on the desk. The camera was able to capture the moment a pen slid to the right without anyone touching it. The worker named Javier decided to leave the room and walk around his workplace in the middle of the route and found that one of the barriers was completely turned over without him noticing. "There's no wind at all, and it had just turned around by himself," he explained. At the end of the video, the man said, "I should not expose myself to this type of energy. In fact, I hardly even want to stay." The appearance of a figure that he could not identify was recorded in the clip, as if it were a ghost. They recorded the authentic cry of La Llorona in the middle of the street. Throughout all of Latin America, it's possible to find hundreds of stories about this woman, who apparently continues to make her appearances. In just 20 seconds, a man captured the mythical cry of the popular character. The video was shared on Facebook in a group by a user named Adolfo Pedroza. He said, "We went out to smoke a cigarette and take photos, and we captured this." The man wrote along with a short 20-second video in which the lights of the city are seen in the background, and in the distance a sharp wail is heard, which he claimed to belong to La Llorona. Terror in the corridors of a hospital due to paranormal activity. The young woman arrives at a certain floor, where there's not too many rooms. Everything is completely empty, but nevertheless, the elevator doors opened there without anyone calling them, and without any person inside. Although the situation was already strange enough, when she went inside, she ran into a group of machines that were grouped there. It was when she focused on them that one of them began to move. "It was no joke what happened," the girl wrote, while showing that the entire floor was completely empty.
He can't seem to figure out why the doors are behaving that way. There is no reason it should behave that way, acting as if being pushed repeatedly. They are exploring an abandoned location at night, when a series of ghostly events gave them many surprises and moments of terror. Hooded figures and strange sounds are encountered. They find the figure sat in a corner and run over to confront it, but the video cuts out, not allowing us to see what happened next.
Run! Oh my God! I gotta go. Oh my God! No! Run! Oh my God! I gotta go. Oh my God! No!
He had been reporting for weeks that someone might be entering his home without him knowing. Strange noises in the middle of the night, things being moved, disappearing, and then mysteriously returning sometime after. He decided to capture a video walkthrough as he searched the house. Nothing was found, but the capture did capture something unexpectedly disturbing. Did you see it? Some people are not fans of spirit boards. They warn that using them opens a door to things you are better off not encountering, if at all avoidable. What is your take on this?
We're going to try to find out what's in this house. I don't know how else to try to contact it. We've got to find out what it wants. I'm going to see if I can get it to leave us alone. Or tell us what you want, what it'll take to leave me and my family and our home alone, and never return. We're tired of this. Just tell us what you want. What do you mean blood? What the hell do you want? Come on now.
Oh my God, Tommy!
Son of a...
Pay close attention to this next capture. A hand comes out of nowhere and grabs him. He panics and runs away in terror. They say that it was paranormal, but was T really? The boy in the video didn't seem to notice it. The cross hanging on the wall behind him starts to move all by itself. Near the end of the short clip, we see and hear him start to panic when he sees it, giving off a terrified expression and screaming before the video cuts out.
Chicos, es la ternurita de Luana, o sea, las ternuritas de Luana, o sea, ¿qué les pasa? A mí en todo lugar no me gustan las ternuritas de Luana. En mi primer video, yo soy Ebra Raúl López Alcaraz y voy a subir mi primer video.
The security cameras of the house captured the moment in which the woman and the child were cornered by the specter. We see the woman and the child very calm on the couch, apparently watching television. Suddenly, a strange shadow appeared on the glass of the door that made them jump up. After the mother tried to go see who it could have been, a red chair with wheels began to move by itself, causing even more terror. After a failed escape attempt, the alleged ghost attacked again and began to pull the woman's shirt, trying to stop her escape, while she clung to her son in order to get out of that paranormal environment.
I'm making video on the show. I'm making video on the show.
Posted with the caption, "Co-worker caught this on camera on the side of his house. We're speechless." We see a bizarre humanoid creature go walking past. The movements are uncanny and terrifying since we don't know what that was. Based on the story given, even the people who recorded the clip have no idea what they caught. Some have said that it looks like a ghost, perhaps even a possible guardian angel on Earth. Others weren't so sure, saying that it might have simply been condensation on the camera lens. What do you think of this? They captured paranormal activity in a company warehouse, and it went viral. Although the place or date on which it was recorded is not specified, it is a recording made by the company's employees when they noticed that one of the garbage cans in the warehouse was completely out of place. Upon reviewing the footage, the workers discovered that none of their colleagues had been responsible for the disorder, nor had anyone outside the company, but that it was all the fault of a ghost.
11:37 de la noche en Cenare. No absolutamente nada.
There is someone or something hiding behind the piano. The room is dark, but we see a pair of glowing eyes. The figure looks directly into the camera and sinks back away. Strange, unsettling, and definitely hard to explain once you see this clip for yourself.
Two brothers took a selfie, and the ghost of a girl appeared behind them. They were playing in the patio of their house when the paranormal presence appeared in the photo. It was Christian, the older of the two, who discovered that next to the face of his brother Gabriel, who was inside some stacked tires, there was a strange paranormal presence. Specifically, it was the face of a girl, which they interpreted as a ghost. I was like, there must have been a reason for this, so I asked them if they had added the face with Photoshop. They both insisted they hadn't. I even tried to see if I could edit a face myself, but I couldn't, acknowledged the woman, who at first did not believe what her children had said. But she ended up believing her children's paranormal experience because of their reaction. They were so shocked and scared, I knew they hadn't done anything with the photo.
A new ghost appeared in another hospital. After video where the crying of a baby was heard in an abandoned care center, a ghost with a hat appeared. A person managed to record the moment in which an elevator opens and closes without anyone activating it. As if that were not enough, noises that seem to be screaming can be heard in the background. Shared on TikTok, the capture already accumulated almost 500,000 views and hundreds of comments. The caption saying, "Let me show you the video of the man with the hat. I tell you from experience that it appeared to me when I was on the late shift. It happens at all times. If there will be spirits in that hospital."
Dos y media de la mañana. El viejo hospital español.
The incredible and violent paranormal attack on a young man in his room. What would you do if a ghost got into your house? Probably the same thing as the young protagonist of this paranormal story. Run away, right? The sequence was published on TikTok. In the video, we see how the protagonist of the story focuses on the handle of the door of his room that was moving frantically up and down, but nobody was behind it. Something that could be verified thanks to the glass that was above and below the handle. But that was not the whole paranormal experience. When the movement of the doorknob continued incessantly, and while the clock marked 11:16 p.m., the drawer of the nightstand in the room began to open and close completely on its own. In the room, as the video showed, there was no one but the boy who, when the movement of the doorknob stopped, decided to run to the living room of his house, but found the corridor completely disturbed by the ghost, with various things lying on the floor.
They were playing and a ghost threw him to the ground and started dragging him. The video shows how a young man was the main focus of a poltergeist in the middle of a basketball game. His friends had an incredible reaction. It is that while they played the game normally, one of them was attacked by a ghost that threw him to the ground and began to drag him across the playing field.
We saw previously that his bathroom was the location for a wide variety of strange and unexpected paranormal activity. In this instance, he has updated to show that the level of activity has continued and seems to have gotten worse. Objects have began moving on their own. During a dance routine, the chair in the background is pulled outwards. The look on his face says it all.
Después de 3 días de que no se escuche nada, 1:30 de la tarde, estoy solo, voy a la parte de arriba otra vez, es en la parte del baño. Oigan, no sé si escuchen que se escucha ruido. A la verga, 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 a la verga. Vi a alguien ahí. Alguien acá adentro.
Ponte una cara nuevamente en el baño.
Y otra vez empiezo a escuchar ruidos. Pero creo que es falsa alarma. ¿Se está meneando esto o no? Es imaginación un poquito. Bueno, estoy solo, escuché ruidos, pero creo que no. Nada, 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 no. Falsa alarma.
A group of kids were captured in a live photo. Nothing strange was caught at first. Then we see it. In the corner, there is a ghostly figure that appears to be stumbling by in the last few seconds of the capture. The timing was perfect to capture this, but the question remains, what was that? Popular YouTube channel Lockdown 23-in-1 was the witness of some bizarre paranormal activity in his home. He says that he has experienced strange things in the past, including flashing, lights turning on and off, and strange sounds. In one specific instance, however, actual paranormal occurrences were supposedly caught. A fan noticed in one of his videos that a soda can behind him moved all by itself. After commenting it to him, he then made a follow-up video discussing the activity. In the video, we see the can on the table behind him. From one second to the other, the can suddenly moves, but he doesn't notice it at all. He was trying to kick a ball, but it moves before he was able to. Not only that, but there was no one around to make the ball move. This was posted online as a paranormal capture due to the unexplained nature of the footage. Some disagreed, however, saying that it was the wind. What do you think it was? A ghost or the wind? He found a witch lurking at the door of his house. It all started because around 1 in the morning, when he was woken up by the incessant barking of his dog, which indicated that something strange was happening. Concerned about his pet's unusual behavior, he decided to review the security tape. It was then that he discovered that in the front of his door, there was a woman standing completely barefoot. I was asleep. My dog woke me up barking. For those who do not follow the role of my house, I tell them that things have happened because someone is doing witchcraft to me, the man said. To his surprise, and that of many, when he approached the entrance, he could see that there was absolutely no one there. But, strikingly, the security camera continued to show that there was a person outside. Behind the door is the garage to go outside and see. There is nobody. Even if you look, it creates a shadow, he explained. After watching the video and hearing his explanation, what do you make of this?
12:47 de la madrugada, esto nunca lo había mostrado, estaba yo dormido, me despertó él, que empezó a estar arañando la puerta y ladrando. Ya había, bueno, para los que no siguen el rollo de mi casa, han estado pasando cosas en mi casa por alguien que pues me está haciendo brujería. Ya lo había explicado muchísimas veces. El punto es que detrás de esta puerta está la cochera que tengo, digamos garage, como lo quieren ver. Y es la única puerta que tengo pues para salir a la calle, ¿no? Ya lo había platicado, hay gente que lo sabe, que lo he estado platicando en mis canales. No hay nadie. Esa es la única puerta que tengo. Esta puerta es hacia el baño. Pero, o sea, vean, no hay nadie. Está cerrado, pero quiero que vean esto. Se marca mi mano. O sea, si hay algo, alguien, algo lo que sea, se marca, se transparenta. Esta es la aplicación que muestra la cámara de afuera de mi casa. La puse apenas antier. O sea, hay una señora, no sé quién sea, que está parada afuera de mi casa descalza. ¿Sí? Incluso hasta, si se fijan, genera sombra. Esto no tiene nada que ver con un fantasma, no lo sé, ¿no? Incluso, miren. O sea, y vean, no hay nadie. No salgo, no muestro porque no quiero que sepan dónde vivo. Ya en algún momento filtraron dónde vivo. Y se hizo un desmadre por gente que no respeta, ¿no? Por eso no salgo para mostrarles que no hay nadie. Pero como por qué razón estaría una persona ahí y salgo y no hay nadie. Ahí se vería su sombra porque emitía sombra el portón. No hay nadie. O sea, ¿cómo puede estar alguien ahí? Quiero que vean esto otra vez. Que tengo que estar bien cámara ahorita.
He left his phone recording in the bathroom and discovered something paranormal. A young man assured that it is not the first event to occur in his house. Tired of living paranormal experiences in his house, a young man decided that he should have a video as proof of the martyrdom he was suffering. So, he installed a camera in the bathroom of the house, and thus discovered what he said was true. As can be seen in the video, with the bathroom completely empty, what would be a ghost opened the door that separates the shower from the rest of the space, leaving the homeowner baffled. He said, "This is one of the clearest things that I have managed to capture at my home in my paranormal experiences."
No puede ser. 4:30 de la tarde. Solo en casa y se empiezan a escuchar ruidos arriba. Hablo despacio para oírlos, se escucha. Ay, en la parte de abajo también. En la parte de arriba es en el baño. Vamos a ver, estoy solo. No puede ser. No puede ser. No mames. Clarito vi algo acá. Clarito vi algo.
A dark figure was caught, walking straight into the side of a building and then completely disappearing. It was caught on a home CCTV camera. We see the camera acting weird as it tries to adjust. Then the figure comes in view. It seems to be a person, walking at a high rate of speed. They continue forward and walk straight into a solid wall. This isn't possible and can't be explained in any logical way.
Ghostly figure moves through the crowd and nobody seems to notice anything. Everyone seems completely unaware of what is happening. We see the shadowy mass whip around the people, but no one seems to see it or even react to it. The video is very chilling, since we can't find any practical ways to explain what we're looking at.
It's not a flag. New York. It's not a flag. New York.
That's good. I infused both pieces of bread, or unless the burgers get done melted.
This family recently moved houses due to being the targets of rampant paranormal activity. They thought they were safe and finally away from such activity. That was until this started happening. The activity picked up again, and things got even worse. Seven.
They thought that they were just recording an ordinary video to post online. Then something eerie showed up that they can't explain. Look behind the girl in the middle who is stacking the cups. What was that? And should she have been more scared of whatever that thing was?
This woman recorded a scary encounter with something out in the middle of nowhere. She is recording a video of the darkness ahead when we hear it. A piercing sound echoes out into the night. Thoroughly shaken by it, she gives up and leaves. Some in the comments were quick to speculate that it might have been some kind of wild animal. Do you agree?
Oh my god, no. F that. Oh my god, no. F that.
They recorded this person making shadow figures with his hands. This in of itself isn't something novel in the slightest, despite the apparent location in which the video was recorded. No, the strangest and downright disturbing part here, however, is the fact that on the right we see the normal outline of his hand. On the left though, what is that? It seems to be like a homunculus or a little human. We expect it to be his hand, but it's not. The shape seems to have a body and limbs of its own. The entire thing is uncanny and hard to make sense out of.
Threw him to the ground and refused to let go. We see it almost drag the boy away, across the basketball court, only letting go when his friend tried to intervene. They recorded a ghost on the road and claim it is the spirit of a trucker. A video shows an alleged ghost that was filmed on the side of the road and is said to be the spirit of a truck driver who died in that place a few years ago. The images were recorded in La Rumorosa, a very busy route in the town of Tecate in Mexico. The user @JoseFierro9 shared the video on his TikTok profile, and in a short time it accumulated more than 30 million views and thousands of comments. On the side of the road, you can see a diffuse figure dressed in all black walking on the line. Many have claimed to also have seen the figure as well. According to an urban legend, La Rumorosa is the location of the soul of a truck driver from Baja, California, who died on that route in a tragic accident when he was driving at full speed to be able to be with his wife at the birth of their baby. On the way, he lost control of the trailer and ended up colliding with several rocks that were on the side of the road. The story goes that the driver did not die there, but managed to get out of the vehicle. His death occurred when he was walking along the route to reach his destination, to accompany his partner in childbirth, becoming one of the paranormal stories in the area. The curious thing is that only the truck was found at the scene, while the man's body never appeared. It was then that some people began to witness the strange appearance of a man who asked for help to get to see his wife, who was about to give birth. After this picture was posted online, it went viral. This image, now called the San Juan Ghost, is of a dark figure that was captured outside of what seems to be a bathroom. The creepy being is looking inside the room from outside. The chilling part is its strikingly uncanny resemblance to the entity from the Russian sleep experiment. The original poster stated, "My sister and her friend stayed at an old house that was apparently haunted by Indian spirits, according to the owners, as it used to be an area inhabited by Native Americans. The pic is zoomed in to the figure for privacy reasons, but it appears to be peeking around a corner with a ghastly smile." After the post started getting some traction, the poster added a few details saying, "Here's the full picture of the apparition. It was taken on Brown Island in San Juans. You can even notice long dread-like hair on the head that comes down on one side of the face." After seeing the capture, what do you make of this?
As the officer guides the suspect through the paces, neither notice what happens behind them. A bizarre occurrence. There was the figure of a person running past at high speed. It was too quick to be someone naturally doing this, and the way they move is also uncanny. The officer didn't react in the slightest, something that would be highly suspicious and very unlikely to not garner suspicion if someone were to do that during a police stop.
On an Instagram livestream by actress Nisa Idris, her fans were shocked when they witnessed some unexpected paranormal activity caught on camera.
Kita tak dapat lagi pasuk wifi. Nampaknya bateri sudah mau habis bah. Touch. Torch. Sekejap awak semua. Saya kasih cas dulu. Sini dulu nak on ni. So ni ialah Mia punya power bank. Sorry. Oh, pantai. Sorry. Yeah. Okay, stop.
Nisa was busy interacting with the chat and reading comments when the light began to flicker. We see her reacting to it as the room goes dark, then suddenly the door behind her slams shut. She lets out an audible gasp in surprise. She clearly wasn't expecting that, and her reaction seemed to be genuine. Sadly, this wasn't the end of it. We see her friend sitting on the floor with a laptop. Seconds later, she begins to act rather strange, then channels her inner exorcist, screaming and appearing to have become possessed. Nisa quickly ends the stream.
Okay, stop.
The guard of a building found a ghost, and now the neighbors ask for an exorcism. The strange situation occurred in the city of Santa Marta, in Colombia, where the security cameras recorded everything that happened. Reports say that voices are heard, and the ghost of an adult appears, who has even been recorded talking to some of the people who are unaware that, in reality, it is a specter. One of the guards was talking at the elevator door with someone who was not recorded by the camera. His partner was heard in the recording warning him by radio that he was alone. There was no one else there with him. Hearing this, shock set in, and he desperately ran away, realizing that he was experiencing a paranormal event. Later, the man said that he thought he had been talking to a lady who asked him for help to take the elevator. The entire experience was eerie. The original post stated, "He insists he was talking to an elderly woman who had asked him for help. His partner called him on the radio and told him that he was alone. He immediately panicked and ran out of the building." Terror over a painting that paranormally disappeared from a hostel. The workers of the place detected that one of the artistic pieces was missing. Later, they discovered that the artwork had been part of a strange event. What could have been a police investigation due to the disappearance of a painting in a hostel in Peru ended up being a paranormal mystery that froze the blood of both locals and strangers. It is in a video showing how one of the paintings at the location disappeared in a very strange way from one moment to the next, without leaving a single trace, as if a real thief were a ghost. Then, the woman later reviewed the video and discovered what was really a terrifying mystery. There were no thieves, but the painting disappeared on its own. In the CCTV video, we can see clearly how the painting began to slide down the wall without anyone touching it until it completely disappeared. One possible theory, it could have come off and slipped under the other painting, and in some strange way it fit and is behind it, was the most skeptical explanation of all. However, it was discarded after investigations. Although the owner of the hostel called, Tierras Variedades Hostel Cultural preferred to remain anonymous and wanted to avoid saying that the space was haunted, so as not to lose customers. She could not avoid the repercussions it had had. Draw your own conclusions and let me know what you think. Villagers in this rural community say that they are haunted by a local witch who comes to their homes at night and plays tricks on them. This video captured by one is said to be proof that she is in fact real, as we can see what looks like an elderly woman walking back and forth at night, behaving strangely. Some say they would wake up to find strange marks on their bodies. Others say they find dead animals under their beds.
Driving on the highway at night, they caught this chilling sighting on video. A woman in a flowing white dress, carefree, taking a midnight stroll. It's unexpected, strange, and hard to make sense of. We hear the passengers inside the car gasp and whisper in disbelief.
She's walking yet.
They recorded a video in a party with friends and discovered there was a ghost. The paranormal sequence took place in the middle of a party, and at the time they did not realize the supernatural company they had. The images were shared on Twitter, although the time or place where the filming took place was not specified. In the short clip of less than 10 seconds, you see something really terrifying staring 4 women who did not even realize at that moment what they were experiencing. Very animated in the middle of the party, the 4 friends decided to immortalize the moment forever with a short film in which they were very affectionate and hugging each other. It started with a strange hand that appeared on the woman who was placed on the left of the screen. Although it could be assumed that it could be one of her friends, the color and shape ruled out that theory. Later, at the other end of the group, on the right of the screen, behind them a strange presence appeared in human form that went unnoticed by the protagonists of the scene. Although many might think that it could be a person in disguise, the theory was ruled out, since it was not a theme party or anything like that. Although there were those who suspected an editing trick, it was not clear that it was this either.
Look at this short clip carefully. Did you see it? Something we can't see grabs her hair from behind and pulls her. The force of the pull was so strong that we see her instantly react to it. She turns around, grabbing at her hair, trying to figure out what caused this. After realizing that no one was there, she continued on, thoroughly confused.
While exploring a supposedly haunted location, Yu was trying to capture and document anything that he finds. At one point, he stops and sits down. Then it happens. A ghostly woman appeared from behind him and lurks over his shoulder before retreating away and disappearing.
Nó sẽ điên tới rồi. Tất cả nghe. Cái gì nó lạnh lắm. Lạnh lắm nghe. Lạnh lắm. Anh thử lấy cái tay em đè em thấy. Anh đứng lại nhanh luôn à.
This is a capture that was supposedly made by two Jordanian men. They claim that while excavating and exploring a cave system underground, they came across something they cannot explain. Was that a jinn, the mythological creature from Arabic folklore? After watching and re-watching the video many times, the answer for this one remains elusive.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. حجي 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 بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. في شيء جوا. وين؟ هات لوكس. وين دقيقة حجي ارجع بسم الله لا اله الا الله لا اله الا الله. بسم الله اللهم صل على محمد. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. حجي بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. في شيء جوا. وين؟ هات لوكس. وين دقيقة حجي.
Late one night, a woman claims that she was confronted by this bizarre creature on her way home. It was blocking her path when she proceeded along this lonely street leading to her house.
¿Qué cosa es esa cosa, Dios mío? Es una persona. No, no es una persona. Es una persona doblada. ¿Pero qué es? Ay, madre, no. Está volviéndose raro. Diosito, Dios mío, ¿qué es eso? Ay, no.
We see it barely moving, but she described the immense terror that she felt from the encounter. She shared the video to her TikTok account, where the comments ranged from concern to terror. Nothing further was posted.